Sometimes I just feel like quitting. I still might. Why do I put up this fight? Why do I still write? Sometimes it's hard enough just dealing with real life. Sometimes I want to jump on stage and just kill mics and show these people what my level of skills like, but I'm still white. Sometimes I just hate life. Something ain't right. Hit the brake lights. Case of the stage fright. Drawing a blank. Like some days I just want to up and call it quits. I feel like my life's like this one great big ball of shit. Man, if I could just put it into all I spit, instead of always trying to follow it, instead of always staring at this wall and shit, I can't call it shit. All I know is I'm about to hit the wall if I have to see another one of mom's alcoholic fits. That's all. That's it. I ain't dealing with another fucking politic. I don't want to quit, but shit, I feel like this is it for me to have this much. Feel like this is sick. This is not a game. This fame, in real life, this is sick publicity stunt. My ass conceal my fucking shit. Fuck the guns. I'm done. I'll never look at gats. If I scrap, I'll scrap like I ain't never whipped some ass. I love my fans, but no one ever puts a grasp on the fact I've sacrificed everything I have. I never dreamt I'd get to the level that I'm at. This is whack. This is more than I ever could have asked. Everywhere I go, a hat, a sweater, hood, or mask. What about math? How come I wasn't ever good at that? It's like the boy in the bubble who never could adapt. I'm trapped. If I could go back, I never would have rapped. I sold my soul to the devil. I'll never get it back. I just want to leave this game with the same level head intact. Imagine going from being a no one to seeing everything blow up, and all you did was just grow up. MCing, it's fucking crazy. All I wanted was for you to live this life I never had, but instead I forced myself to live this way. Lord, please help me up. I've had enough and now I don't know who I am. This was never my plan. This is the way it was supposed to be. I took it out of your hands. I took a chance, but how am I supposed to see when I'm blinded, when I'm broken, looking for a way to escape? I can't find it, but then I'm reminded of your grace. When I say I want to know you, I'm talking about the Holy Ghost running through my blood. I'm looking for that overflow, something I can love. You think the show's over? Oh no, it's just begun. Come on, you can call me special feature. Yeah, it's nice to meet you, but my name is not what you think it is. I came to teach you. Yo, I know a God who can save you, won't leave you. He don't show his face, well, he don't really need to. I give him the glory for everything I have. He's more than just a story or something of the past. I ain't afraid to talk about it, ain't afraid to act. See, I'm just being me and I don't need a mask. You're all about the fast life, living for the money. A lot of people act like rap is tight when I'm gunning, running from the cops. See, to me that's nothing, but according to you, that might mean something. That's why I give it to you in a form you understand. Man, it's just another one of them days where I'm trying to gather little bits and pieces of what's on my mind. Why does it only seem like I'm searching for something that I know I will never find? Man, it's just so cold-hearted and blind for those that cannot see that the impossible is just a limit that we set in our minds. It's up to ourselves on how far we will set it. I always wanted to have that dream, so I started writing songs. I started writing stories. It was just something about it. It just always seemed this was for me. Only the ones I really love will ever really know me. Once I was 20 years old and my story got told before the morning sun. When life was lonely, I only see my goals. I don't believe in failure cause I know the smallest voices, they can make it major. I'm walking these tracks trying to regain back the spirit I had before I go back to the same crap. One day I plan to be a family man, happily married. I want to grow to be so old that I have to be carried till I'm glad to be buried and leave this crazy world and have at least $500,000 for my baby girl. It may be early to be planning this stuff cause I'm still struggling hard to be the man, and it's tough cause man it's been rough, but still I manage enough. I've been taken advantage of, damaged and scuffed. My hands have been cuffed, but I don't panic and huff, frantic and puff or plan to give up. The minute shit hits the fan it erupts. I'm anteing up double or nothing. I've been trouble enough and I'm sick of struggling and suffering. See my destiny's to rest at ease till I'm impressed and pleased with my progress. I won't settle for less than cheese. I'm on a quest to seize all, my own label to call. Way before my baby is able to crawl. I'm too stable to fall. The pressure motivates to know I hold the weight of boulders on my shoulder blades. I seen the golden gates to heaven on earth where they don't pull a weapon on you when you stepping on turf. I'm going for broke, gambling and playing for keeps. Every day in the streets, scrambling and praying for a better day where I don't see my friends forced to live out in the streets. All I know is you came to me when I was at my lowest. You picked me up, breathed new life in me. I owe my life to you for the life of me. I don't see why you don't see like I do, but it just dawned on me. You lost a son, demons fighting you. It's dark, let me turn on the lights and brighten me and enlighten you. I don't think you realize what you mean to me, not the slightest clue, cause me and you were like a crew. I was like your sidekick. You're going to either want to fight me when I get off this fucking mic or you're going to hug me. I'm out of options, there's nothing else I can do. See, I came up from the bottom as a hustling teen with not a penny in my pocket. All I had was a dream, and that might come off surprising, but I swear it's the truth. From a third world country to a star in the booth, and you could strip me from my pride and my smile, but I'll never be a failure. I will never exile. You can try to make me call surrender. Nope, I never will dial. I will never throw that flag that's failing right in the air by your mile. I'm still here and I never lost hope. Okay, so now look man, check it out. I just don't see either one of us budging, but if you had one shot or one opportunity to seize everything you ever wanted in one moment, would you capture it or just let it slip? I was going to go easy on you not to hurt your feelings, but I'm only going to get this one chance. Something's wrong, I can feel it. It's just a feeling I've got, like something's about to happen, but I don't know what. If that means what I think it means, we're in trouble, big trouble, and if he is the man he says he is, I'm not taking any chances. You were just what the doctor ordered. It's my life in my own words. I guess there's going to be some stuff that you're going to see that's going to make it hard to smile in the future, but through whatever you see, through all the rain and the pain, you gotta keep your sense of humor. You gotta be able to smile through all this bullshit, and I know sometimes you just feel tired, you feel weak. When you feel weak, you feel like you just want to give up, but you gotta search within you, try and find that inner strength and just pull that shit out of you and get that motivation, not to give up and not be a quitter, no matter how bad you wanna just fall flat on your face. And I know that lately I've been hard to reach, I've been too long on my own, but everybody has a private world where they can be alone. Are you calling me? Are you trying to get through? Are you reaching out for me like I'm reaching out for you? Cause I know sometimes things may not always make sense to you right now, but hey, what I always tell you, straighten up little soldier, what you crying about? You got me, it's been a ride, I had to go to that place to get to this one. Now some of you might still be in that place. If you're trying to get out, just follow me, I'll get you there. Now let's go back and rewind it to 94 when I was just a little boy. Back when I was only 8 years old, I was looking out my bedroom window late one night to look up and see this shooting star, so I made this wish and said a prayer before going to sleep. So this is it. This is what I wished for, just isn't how I envisioned it. Fame to the point of improvement. I just thought that it would be different, but something changed the minute that I got a letter from a fan that said he's been praying for me every day, and for some reason it's been weighing on my mind heavy because I don't read every letter I get, but something told me to go ahead and open it. But why would someone pray for you when they don't know you? You didn't pray for me when I was local, and as I lay these vocals I think of all the shit I had to go through just to get to where I'm at. I've already told you at least 8,000 times in these rhymes I appreciate the prayer, but I've already got God on my side, and it's been one hell of a ride, hasn't it? Just watching it from an opposite standpoint, man, boys got to look nuts, and that's the only word I can think of right now on how to describe it. This is like a vibe you get cause God only puts us through as much as we can handle. So the ones that struggle the most have been chosen by God to be the strongest. Believe you are never alone, God is always with you. I ain't never giving up. Oh, now look at me losing control. I just don't know where to go. I'm getting lost in the moment, so just don't look at me when it's time for me to escape. It's time you relate, so follow me as I put this pen to this page and I just run away. But where are we running to? This lane we've been running through starting to get harder, and it's starting to bother you. Some of us get depressed, some of us go to music, some of us get stressed, others just push through it. So I'm going to push through this now and get lost in this. You've been patiently waiting to make it through all the hate, debating whether or not you can even weather the storm. As you lay on the table, they operating to save you. It's like an angel came to you, sent from the heavens above. They think they're crazy, but they're not crazy. Let's face it, shit, basically they're just playing sick. They ain't shit, they're not saying shit. Spray them 50, A to the K. If you get in the way, I'll bring Dre and them with me and turn this day into fucking mayhem. You staying with me, don't let me lose you. I'm not trying to confuse you. When I let loose with this Uzi and just shoot through your Isuzu, you get the message. Am I getting through to you? You know what's coming. You motherfuckers don't even know, do you? Take some big and some Pac and you mix them up in a pot. Sprinkle a little Big L on top. What the fuck do you got? You got the realest and illest killers tied up in a knot. The juggernauts of this rap shit, like it or not, it's like a fight to the top just to see who died for the spot. You put your life in this, nothing like surviving a shot. Y'all know what time it is soon as he signs on this dot. Shit, what you know about death threats, cause I get a lot. Shady Records was 80 seconds away from the towers. Some cowards fucked with the wrong building. They meant to hit ours. Better evacuate all children. Nuclear showers. There's nothing spookier. You're now about to witness the power. Who can catch lightning in the bottle, set fire to water coming out the nozzle on the fire hose, smash an hourglass, grab the sand, take his hands and show them, spin around to freeze the clock, take the hands of time and stop them. There's a storm coming that the weatherman didn't predict. I was trying to just get the two sides of the story, as Tupac is on one side and Biggie is on the other. I tell them I don't speak, I float in the air wrapped in a sheet. I'm not a real person, I'm a ghost trapped in my room. Yo, then they asked me if I wanted to go with them. I said no, I got to go to school, and he said that ain't no problem, my homie, come on. I said no, I don't really want to go, and you can tell, but he said that he was going to take me anyways, then grabbed me and pulled me into his ride as I yelled, what the hell? He said come on, get on in the ride and let me take you to the other side. I said inhale, exhale. I heard that your clientele is doing real well, my homie, you know you need to calm down before county run up in your house, but you don't want to hear that though. Your good days have come and gone. I tried to tell you, now what's your name and tell me what's your claim to fame? You really trying to be living large like your last name was Kennedy? I tried to tell you, little man, now how old are you and what you doing skipping school? I see you running with your lil crew out here fighting over red and blue. Now you want to claim gangs. Even heard that you bought a 9 milli man, and that ain't it. You started out with chronic on the brain, now you're smoking amphetamines. I ain't trying to sell your dreams, I'm just trying to show you that there is other ways to getting cream. Take it from me, just go to school, make something of your young life and watch it blow up. You ain't gotta stop being cool, you ain't even got to stop flossing fancy jewels and fast cars. Just keep it real with your game, son. Don't forget where you came from. Okay, so tonight we're going to pretend that airplanes in the night sky are like shooting stars. I could really use a wish right now. I will keep you safe, man. Let me go with you. What you crying about? Just know when I'm gone, I can see you're sad, even when you smile, even when you laugh. I can see it in your eyes, deep inside. You want to cry cause you're scared. I ain't there, I'm with you in your prayers. No more crying, wipe them tears. I'm here, no more nightmares. We going to pull together through it, no more pain. The stewardess said to fasten my seatbelt. I guess we're crashing, so if I'm not dreaming, I turn around, scream, die shady, and this hurts but I never show. This pain you'll never know. If only you could see when push comes to shove. You got me, so when I'm gone, just carry on. Don't mourn, rejoice. Every time you hear the sound of my voice, just know that I'm looking down on you, smiling, and I didn't feel a thing, so don't feel no pain. Just smile back. The sky darkens, my life flashes, the plane that I was supposed to be on crashes and burns to ashes. That's when I wake up, alarm clocks ringing, there's birds singing, it's spring, and I hope you get this message. We family and ain't a damn thing changed, unless it's you, cause I need to be the leader. My crew looks for me to guide them, but this ain't what I'm in hip hop for. It's not why I got in it, that was never my object, for someone to get killed. Why would I want to destroy something I helped build? It wasn't my intentions were good, so wait to start the mourning process, rebuilding, and you're still a work in progress. Tell them I respect you, demanded, take control of this, commanded, and be the boss. What I mean is you tell them they better hear you out. This much they owe me, gave up my life for, I'm totally devoted, and this is how I get repaid. I've done my best to them, nothing less than perfectness. I know that if I end this I'll no longer have nothing left. I backtrack and follow your tracks, and they keep treating you like this, they won't be coming back. Tell them they know what they have done, there's no need to go in depth. I told them they would be sorry if I left, now they can sound the alarm. They can call out the guards, they can fence in your yard cause they know I can pull all the cards. If they won't back down, then stupid they will feel. I went away to open up some lanes, but there was no one who even knew what I was going through, on the verge of going insane. It shouldn't be be this difficult to explain. This is why you came back again. They know you hate the fame but love the game, and they can be as cold as ice. This is why I remain. I guess here we go again. From now on I'm refusing to ever give in to that feeling like the only thing keeping you from leaping off this building. I can be a prick if you tempt me. My tank is on empty, no patience is in me, and if you offend me I'm lifting you 10 feet in the air. I don't care who was there and who saw me, and I am whichever you say I am. If I wasn't, then why would I say I am? In the papers, the news, every day I am. Radio won't even play my jam cause I am whatever you say I am. You can hear him saying this roof is caving in. I reply this is not the end, and I'm pulling for you to push through this feeling, and with a little time that should do the healing, and by tomorrow you may even feel so good that you're willing to forgive them even after all that you've been put through. This feeling of resilience is building, and the flames are burning quick as firewood through this building. You're sealed in but you're fireproof, flame retardant, you withstood it, and as you climb up to the roof you're just chilling. You look down cause you're so over them you could put the heel of your foot through the ceiling the further you put it behind you. Right now I'm on the inside looking out. I can feel the heat rising, everything is on fire. Today is a painful reminder of why we can only get brighter, standing in the flames. It's a beautiful kind of pain, setting fire to yesterday, finding the light. Yesterday was the tornado warning. Today is like the morning after. Your world is torn in half. You wake and let's wait to start the morning process rebuilding. You're still a work in progress. Today is a whole new chapter. It's like the thunderstorm has passed you. They hurt you so bad. It's like they murdered your ass, threw dirt on your casket, but you returned from the ashes. That hurt that you just converted to gasoline, and while you're burning the past, standing at Inferno and chant as time passes. Things change every day, but wounds heal, but scars still remaining the same. But tomorrow that day has gone down in flames. Feel the burn. Watch the smoke as I return rising from the flames. We're going to save this world together. Now with your wings fly away and give everyone this message. Tell them I give sight to the blind, my insight through the mind. I exercise my right to express when I feel it's time. It's just all in your mind. What you interpret it as I say to fight. You take it as I'm going to whip someone's ass. If you don't understand, don't even bother to ask. Someone's trying to tell us something. Maybe this is God just saying we are responsible for this monster, this beast that we have empowered. A father who has grown up with a fatherless past, who has blown up now to rap phenomenon that has, or at least shows no difficulty multitasking and juggling both, perhaps mastered his craft / entrepreneur who has helped launch a few more rap acts, who's had a few obstacles thrown his way through the last half of his career. Typical manure moving past that rubber band man, like I just snap back. How could we allow something like this without pumping our fists? Now this is our final hour. Let me be the voice in your strength and your choice. Let me simplify the rhyme just to amplify the noise. Try to amplify the times it multiply by 16 million people are equal at this high pitch. Maybe we can reach Al-Qaeda through my speech. Let the president answer a higher anarchy. No more blood for oil. We got our own battles to fight on our own soil. No more psychological warfare to trick us to thinking that we ain't loyal if we don't serve our own country. We're patronizing a hero. Look in his eyes, it's all lies. The stars and stripes, they've been swiped, washed out and wiped and replaced with his own face. Mosh now or die. If I get sniped tonight you know why. I told you to fight to say what you want to say. These ideas are nightmares to so many parents whose worst fear is their child. It's to see him walking around with his headphones blaring, alone in his own zone, cold, and he don't care. He's a problem child. What bothers him all comes out when he talks about his dad walking out. He just needs to know instead of figuring it out on his own. So he needs to learn that the more he blocks me out, the more I will show you that I never had left. So he'd probably knock him out. His thoughts are whacked. He's mad, so he's talking back, talking black, brainwashed from rock and rap. He sings his when he calls it rap and dresses with 2 rags and a stocking cap. His stepfather hit him, so he socked him back and broke his nose. This house is a broken home. There's no control. He just lets his emotions go. Entertainment is danger intertwined with gangsters in the land of the killers. A sinner's mind is unholy. Only have one homie holding this gun, feeling lonely. Don't anyone know me? Everybody just feels like they can relate. I guess words can be great, or even worse, they can teach hate. It's like kids hang on every single statement I make. Now look, we got a buzz spreading faster than making paper airplanes out of it. 20, forget the money. I don't rap for dead presidents, did nothing but shoot for the moon. Since MCs get taken to school with this music, I use it as a vehicle to bust a rhyme. Now I lead a new school full of students. Me, I'm a product of Rakim, Lakem Shabazz, Tupac, NWAQ, Hey, Doc, Ren, Yella, Easy, thank you. They got slim inspired enough to one day grow up, blow up, and be in a position to meet Run DMC and induct them into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Even though he thinks I walk in the church and burst in a ball of flames, only Hall of Fame I'd be inducted in is the wall of names on the wall of pain that you think is all a game. Till I walk this block of names, tell me what in the air you thinking. We still have soldiers that's on the front line that's willing to die for us as soon as we give the orders never to extort us. You know what I'm saying. So keep moving, don't take it personal, don't let it get to you, don't let them get the best of you. After you smoke a bag of your weed and start imagining things and you just can't see that, your jealousy and envy just whirls me in a frenzy as I turn on MTV and see my face. I don't exist in your world, so I just twist and I twirl till it spirals and spins till you hurl yourself into rage, and it's destroying me slowly cause you don't even know me. Even though I torture myself cause I don't need no fortune and wealth, go extort someone else to get served like what you like, all in the dough, and now you're acting like you need to push me cause you think it's only to raise me to be someone I'm not, cause it just don't make any sense when I already gave my last 2 cents to the judge for this felony I now got. You want to push and pull me, but you know that he can't fool me. He's mad, he has no choice but to scream and raise his voice up at me. It annoys him to see that I ain't scared. I'm just tired of motherfuckers trying to play me like a Nintendo. Now how else do you think that I ever made it this far? By booting motherfuckers like a shooting star. Homie to homie, dog, it's like shit ain't changed. If it wasn't for this, then who's playing the game? You know what they say, don't be the hater, be a player to the game. It ain't for him, it's just media. See to them, it's just images. This is no gimmicks, this is blood in and blood out. When there's beef, you just gotta know when to jump in and jump out. If there's a problem, we solve it. If we don't resolve it, it usually just evolves into one big brawl and we all get involved in it. We should all get a merit. This much beef we inherit and wear it like a badge of honor. Pass it around and share it and let it go to whoever's holding the most current people on their shoulders, and their soldiers got their backs till it's over. So it's like shady to Slim to be back in that game. You know I hated confrontation, I truly hated the feuding, but you were down come for yours whenever it came to scrapping. If it had to happen, it had to happen. Believe me, I know back from fixing cars to painting. Whenever I stepped in the booth to getting arrested, sitting across from each other in cells laughing. Is this my life? Then I ask, why am I so differently wired? Am I this Martian? What kind of twisted experiment am I involved in? I'm hearing voices all around me saying, welcome back to the land of the living, my friend. You have slept for quite some time. Wake up in the hospital full of tubes. Plus somehow I'm pulling through. Swear when I come back I'm going to be bulletproof. I'm going to do it just for proof. I think I should state a few facts, cause I may not get a chance again to say the truth. Shit, it just hit me that what if I would not have made it through? I think about the things I would have never got to say to you. I'd never get to make it right. Here's what I came to do. Proof is here in spirit and I'm the spitting image. I'll mirror it when I stand near it. Your lyric, I couldn't hear it. Who forms pyramids and wraps circles around his own lyrics? Who? Here's a clue. There used to be a time when you could just say a rhyme and wouldn't have to worry about one of your people dying, but now it's elevated, cause once you put someone's kids in it the shit gets escalated. It ain't just words no more, is it? It's a different ballgame. Calling names and you ain't just rapping. We actually tried to stop the beef from happening. Me and Dre had sat with him, kicked it and had a chat with him and asked him not to start it. He wasn't going to go after him until he started yapping in magazines how we got him. Fuck it, 50 mash him and let him have it. Meanwhile my attention is pulling in other directions. Some receptionist at the source who answers phones at his desk has an erection for me and thinks that I'll be his resurrection. Tries to blow the dust off his mic and make a new record, but now he's fucked the game up, cause one of the ways I came up was through that publication, the same one that made me famous. Now the owner of it has got a grudge against me for nothing. Well fuck it, that motherfucker can get it too. Fuck him then, but I'm so busy being pissed off I don't stop to think that we just inherited 50s beef with Murder Inc. and he's inherited mine, which is fine. Ain't like either of us mind. We still have soldiers that's on the front line that's willing to die for us as soon as we give the orders, never to extort us, strictly to show they support us. We'll maybe shout 'em out in a rap or up in a chorus to show them we love 'em back and let 'em know how important it is to have Runyon Avenue soldiers up in our corners. Their loyalty to us is worth more than any award is, but I ain't trying to have none of my people hurt and murdered. It ain't worth it. I can't think of a perfecter way to word it than to just say that I love you all too much to see the verdict. I'll walk away from it all before I let it go any further, but don't get it twisted. It's not a plea that I'm copping. I'm just willing to be the bigger man. If you all can quit popping off at the jaws, well then I can, cause frankly I'm sick of talking. I'm not going to let someone else's coffin rest on my conscience, cause I'm lost. I fell out of the loop. I feel like everybody's swimming in the fountain of youth while I'm in my house in the booth. My mind's crowded with views from the past. Feels like yesterday, everything was totally new. We were globally huge, watching sales go through the roof. We rode and we viewed at Runyon Avenue. Soldiers included a multitude of homies who would die for us for no good excuse. We were so bulletproof, rope souped and soaked in our youth. Thought we was running shit till we lost the soul of our shoe. The death of him too, it broke us in two. We were thrown for a loop. Ain't none of us know what to do, and at the time I was going through my own struggles too, so I wasn't in no condition to be coaching us through it. Everyone tried to go solo. Really nobody knew. I was hoping they do, so I ain't have to shoulder the group. The plan was put everyone in position so that they knew how to stand on their own, and I don't want to open up wounds. I just noticed the moment was gone when we go in the booth, cause the truth is the moment that proof died, so did the group. It was never the same and it's bothered me since, and the farther we drift apart the more awkward it gets. The more time goes by, the more life happens, and we got to be men. We got responsibilities, plus we don't say how we feel, and I feel like this is what got us in the debacle we're in. Been with you guys thick and thin, but it's almost as if sometimes we're not even friends, which reminded me, bitch. I was so young, so full of life and vibrant. Side by side wherever you was riding, I went so close, almost on some Bonnie and Clyde shit. When he died you were right by my side, with a shoulder to cry on, tissue to wipe my eyes, and a bucket to catch every tear I cried inside. And you even had the same type of childhood I did. Sometimes I just want to know, why is it that you sir came to yours and mine I survived it? You ran the streets, I 9 to 5 and we grew apart. As time went by us, then I blew up to both yours and mine surprises. Now I feel the vibe, I just can't describe it. As much as your pride tries to hide it, your cold, your touch, it's like ice in your eyes. It's the look of resentment, I can sense it and I don't like it. And I know that it feels like this is all just a bad dream, but today the truth is you all are still there and I ain't. You know what, man, you gotta move on. Don't ever give up the dream, dog. I got love for you all, it's true. We brought people together who never would have been in the same room if it wasn't for working together as a team. That's why the doctor put the pacemaker in me. Hey, like I said, I'll be back, scarred up, re-energized and still going. You guys all called me the peacemaker. Look, I'm still flowing. I know when me and Em got together to do this music, the more we became an artist. We just developed a friendship through it. It's no pretending it's friendship. Enemies, relax, smoke yourself some chronic and light it up, cause you know I'm about to blow up. You know the two of us in the same place at the same time. You know this is blowing up, but hey, you knowing what? I don't know if they know it or what, who's holding me up, slowing me down, and I do this for what? You acting like the sky is falling. I used to be the type of kid that would always think the sky is falling. Why am I so differently wired? Am I a Martian? What kind of twisted experiment am I involved in? Cause I don't belong in this world, that's why I'm scoffing at authority, defiant, often flying off at the handle at my mom. No dad, so I am non-compliant at home. At school I'm just shy and awkward, and I don't need no goddamn psychologist trying to diagnose why I have all these underlying problems. Thinking he can try and solve them, I'm outside chalking up drawings on the sidewalk and in the front drive talking to myself, either that or inside hiding off in the corner somewhere quiet trying not to be noticed cause I'm crying and sobbing. I had a bad day at school, so I ain't talking. Some cocksucker shoved me into a fucking locker cause he said that I eyeballed him. But what you don't know is you got to live it to feel it. If you didn't, you wouldn't get it or see what the big deal is, why it was and it still is to be walking this borderline of darkness. In the city limits it's different and it's a certain significance, a certificate of authenticity you'd never even see, but it's everything to me. It's my credibility you'd never seen, heard, or met a real MC who's incredible or on the same pedestal as me but yet still unsigned, having a rough time, sit on the porch with all my friends and kick dumb rhymes, go to work and serve MCs in the lunch line. When it comes crunch time, where did my punchlines go? Who must I show to bust my flow? Where must I go? Who must I know? Or am I just another crab in the bucket cause I ain't having no luck with this little rabbit's foot? Fuck it, maybe I need a new outlet, I'm starting to doubt shit. I'm feeling a little skeptical who I hang out with, I live like a bum. Yo, my clothes ain't about shit. At the Salvation Army trying to salvage an outfit, and it's cold trying to travel this road. Plus I feel like I'm always stuck in this battling mode. My defenses are so up. The one thing I don't want is pity from no one. This city is no fun, there is no sun, and it's so dark. Sometimes I just feel like I'm being pulled apart from each one of my limbs by each one of my friends. It's enough to just make me want to jump out of my skin. Sometimes I feel like a robot, sometimes I just know not what I'm doing. I just flow right off the top of the dome. My head is a stovetop, I just explode. The kettle gets so hot, sometimes my mouth just talks about shit that I don't get, but I've learned it's time for me to U-turn. Yo, it only takes me one time for me to get burned. I ain't failing next time. I can gain from what all I have learned. I can no longer play stupid or be immature. I got every ingredient, all I need is the courage. Like I already got the beat, all I need now are the words. I got the urge, suddenly it's a surge, suddenly a new burst of energy has occurred. Time to show these free world leaders the 3 1/3. I am no longer scared now. I'm free as a bird, then I turn and cross over the median curve, hit the burbs, and all you see is a blur from the other side of this. I be up and out this hood, up and out this game, keeping it all good dog, just never keeping it the same, cause this is some of that flip top to the money making hustling schemes, plotting to the story of big dreams, to someday make it to become big things, to leave up and out this bitch, cause living in the city, now ain't that about a bitch getting caught up with a felony or a possession of a bitch. Gots my dog, Casper the one and only yelling man, motherfuck that bitch, it's just not the same in my game, when you're not knowing my name to what all I came for. You're only at the top cause my homie had to stop and 5 shots made him say how do you want it, a different world, you can't see me but I still rise, with my envisions as a writer saying it's all about 2 kings from another world, so I hit him up for a gangster party, now we acting like I got to live only for the block homies in the hood, man, if only they knew that the fight was fixed. I'm back and you can't stop me, you knocked me down. I went down for the count, I fell but the fans caught me. Now you fools, I used to rap with all expect magic like my finger get to snapping and poof, it just happened so quick. Got to move fast, got to perform miracles, see the devil in your grin. Since the ghetto we've been friends whenever real intelligence, that's forever till the end. I be the hatred in your eyes and the Satan in your lives, and wasting my times with these snakes in disguise. How come when you talk it's with bitter and spite, and how come it's my fault for what you did with your life, and every time I go to hear you and play you look away, we barely embrace. You can't even look me in my face, I'll tell you to your face as if you didn't know. So if anyone's trying to confirm their practice, I don't listen to your talk, I observe the actions. If you don't got this, then you're going to need to get this. This shit's about to get to be the pimpest within the quickness. When I take this rhyme just to flip this, I'll take you out and leave no witness. All I need is 1 box of gumdrops to bribe the dumb cops from all the gunshots. When that gun drops is when all the fun stops. Only one walks in the shade where the sun blocks. It's okay, I run blocks just to catch up to that one fox, man. You just be in the back of the parking lot selling the rocks like a bitch would be sucking the cocks. I just be out surviving the shots, out running the cops, reloading the glocks till one of us drops, praying for the day that it stops, never knowing when it will. So I pray for my moms and my pops, my 2 blocks with 7 shots, out running 3 blocks with 2 cops and unlimited roadblocks behind me. Still you ain't never going to find me. Flashback to September 7th when Tupac was murdered in Vegas. He said that he predicted his own death. Let us never forget it, should we ever live to regret it. Like the day that John F. Kennedy was assassinated in broad day by that crazed lunatic with a gun. How was I supposed to know he would go and get a gun and start shooting it off on his block? Shit, I just said it. I didn't know if he would do it or not. They don't know, do they? Who's they? For 'em to say countdown, a nuclear meltdown. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You can run, you can do what you want, but you know you ain't going to do nothing. You know what I'm saying? I open my window, jump to the streets and get to creeping. I can live or die. Hope I get where I'm going. Trying to hustle on my own on the spot where everybody and they pops trying to slang rocks. The root of all evil, I've seen it turn beautiful people crude and deceitful and make them do shit illegal for these Grants and Jacksons. These transactions explain a man's actions, from flying over the nest to selling dope with the rest. I telepathically tell him I'd rather go back to Cali, but this is where the game stops. I made it past the bullets, I got a heart of steel, I got a fortune without a wheel, I protect my heart without a shield, driving to the money, no time yielding, and when they take a day off I'm in the building, feet up on the desk like a boss. I'm chilling, I used to bust flows out like I was a monster to these tracks, now I'm killing the game, cruising through your lane courtside with a bitch hanging out the sunroof saying forget going back to Cali, to live and die in LA when I'm hanging out the sunroof saying and God shall send his one begotten son to lead the wild into the waves of a man. Let me go back to my old days when I used to walk into my high school and hand out my CDs in the hallway. I told all my teachers that I'd be a rapper someday. They smiled and looked at me. Okay, that's a pretty nice dream, but you better get a real job. No way, I live what you're dreaming. I could do this while I'm sleeping. I ain't the type that will bring up your name for nothing, but please don't give me a reason. I'm on the edge now. I ain't playing with you. I was never the kid begging for help. I always thought I could do everything better myself, so I kept to myself. At the age 9, 10, 11, and 12 I started developing remedies for my mental health. I would write a verse here and there when I was angry or sad just to clear the air, but as time went on, it was weird and rare. I'm frustrated, this wasn't why I appeared to bear. See, rap was my reason. Addictive personality added to the fact that I lacked what I needed, a sense of purpose, happiness even, and the more I worked, the more support I had been receiving, made new friends that came with the cause. Stayed out of trouble every day writing songs, eventually gained fans who were craving it all, and here I am contemplating it all. I'm lost and everything I got is clearly a blessing, but my life is solely music. After school I disappear in a second and I fear where I'm headed. They tell me to be a kid, don't waste these years, you regret it, but I'm caught in this damn root of who can be the product to stand out. I might be and I'm confident hands down nothing will happen with this unless I work the hardest I can now, so someone teach me how to balance this. I swear to God I'll be the illest in this music that there is or there ever will be. Disagree, feel free. From now on I'm refusing to ever give up. Only thing I ever gave up is using. No more excuses. Picture me quitting, but you know I don't know of such a word. That's right, now you got it. It ain't over till I say it's over. Enough when I say enough. I'm going to fight till I die or win, and biting the dust it'll just make me angrier. The show don't stop till I roll over. Rod, I know that I'm hot. I don't need people to tell me that, not even school to hold me back and tell me that I'm a failure. I'll nail your coffin. Soft in your heart image. I'm starving and it is kinda crazy how I keep eating without taking a break and drinking a shake in between breaks that I barely take. I wonder if anyone out there can relate. Man, I'm losing any grasp I have on my fate cause I'm so rough. Soon no record deal on my plate. Half of those fuckers can't even see me. The other half wanna be me. The ones that don't know me don't know that I'm killing beats easy. Man, I'm mad I can't understand it. Tell the planet to kiss my ass and grab a sweater and cram it, damn it. They ask me if I'm happy. Are they asking me that because of what's been thrown at me? Or am I just a little snappy and they genuinely care? Most of my life it's just been me and you there, and I continuously stare at pictures of the family. I never got to say I love you as much as I wanted to, but I do, and I say it now and you can't hear me. What good does that do me now? But somehow I know you're near me in presence. Or I went and dropped some presents off to ease it to them two little boys of yours to try to ease their minds a little. And dog, you'll never believe this, but Rhonda actually talks to me now. Jesus, and everyone else is just trying to pick up the pieces. Man, how you touch so many lives and just leave. As they say, grievance has a way of affecting everyone different. If this is true, how did I make it through the storm? How did I make it through the rain? If you want to know just how I got here, it's so easy to explain. It was God's grace. Because God will make a way where there seems to be no way. He works in ways we cannot see. He will make a way for me. He will be my guide. Hold me closely to his side with love and strength. For each new day he will make a way. I know that my life makes you want to run away, but there's no place to go. All the confusion, it's an illusion like a movie. Got nowhere to go, nowhere to run and hide. When I keep skipping the scenes like this was the Matrix, and I'm awake ready to tell you about my life on the Green Mile. And I'm back to the future with the doctor ready to hustle and flow on the 8 Mile. This is your legacy to this empire. I am legend. No matter how hard you try, you can't stop me now. I am going up. I am going all the way through the fire to the top. All the way to the top I get up and go higher. So please don't bring me down, and nothing is going to bring me down. I'm going to let him know I am going all the way through the fire. I will get up and then go higher. So please don't knock me down, and nothing is going to knock me down. So you see, this is more than a dream. This is more than a passion. Don't ignore what you see. This is more than just rapping. Here's a picture of me. Take a minute. Now let's go backwards to a time and a place when people thought that this would never happen. Sitting in the back of the bus rapping. My emotion ain't nobody really got a clue what I want to do, and I'm like my devotion don't go nowhere unless I got my CD player with me. Everybody looking at me like I'm nuts. He ain't serious as he became a pain relief. Called it my intervention. Little way to release my tension. And did I mention to all them kids that told me, dog, you just so overrated? I took them haters and made them into my motivation. I got lost in the movement. I got lost in the beats. Don't just talk to the music. Music's talking to me. Don't make it hard to see. It really ain't that complicated, but people complicate it. Let me clear the complication. Some said the music's fly. Some told me I was basic. Some say shoot for the sky. Some said you will never make it. Don't know what's in this mind. Don't know my situation. Put my life in these lines. Put my pain in these pages. Age 12, walking around with a dream that no one knows. Ain't nobody else in my zone. Just me and these headphones. Some people cracked their jokes, some people laughed at me, but in the end, he turned them dreams into reality. It's obvious that they don't understand me. It's obvious that they don't see what I see. When I've been working in my bedroom for a decade, that ain't going to change. I don't need this. I'll be damned if I was 17, battling for my ideas when they told me they had better ideas than me. I don't see them. You said you're a fan now. Well, it's time you meet me. I've been learning that what's running my generation is fear. I've been learning that you cannot teach dedication to peers. I've been learning by myself. You've been very patient. I'm here, finally. I've been invincible ever since I was told that being different is a gift I hold. I've been driven ever since my initial video trying to get into shows. On my tippy toes I define persistence. How many people are proud to be citizens of this beautiful country of ours? The stripes and the stars for the rights that men have died for, to protect the women and men who have broke their necks for the freedom of speech the United States government has sworn to uphold. Now I want everybody to listen to the words, and before I start I just want to thank everybody for being so patient and bearing with me over these last couple of years while I figure this out. If you notice, there are two different sets of footprints left in the sand that ends with only one set of footprints. That's because the times you feel like giving up, I will pick you up and carry you. You put your heart and soul into everything you got. Don't ever back down from what you need to do. You never take the easy way through. I may ask you to do things that might seem crazy to you, but it's what you thrive in. You are an absolute genius. You can turn into something wonderful if you flip things. God gives us what we need in time, and the best of it all with God. When you're in times of trouble, remember I am always there by your side. Cause have you ever loved someone so much when you know that they are always in your heart? Cause sometimes he works secretly behind the scenes, but he will reveal his work to you when the times are right. America's known the casualties of war, but not at the center of a great city on a peaceful morning. America's known surprise attacks, but never before on thousands of civilians. All of this was brought upon us in a single day, and night fell on a different world, a world where freedom itself is under attack. It was meant to send a cryptic message, so now what's the plan? All of a sudden a missing airliner. Well, let me tell you something, planes don't just disappear. I am not as good as I want to be, as great as one day I will be, but thanks to God I am so much greater than I used to be. If God is all you have, then you have all that you need. God doesn't give you the people you want. He gives you the people that you need to help you, to guide you, to teach you, to love you, and to make you the person you were meant to be. God can fill an empty heart when God pushes you to the edge of difficulty. Trust him fully, because two things can happen. Either he will catch you when you fall, or he will teach you how to fly. Never regret a day in your life. Good days bring you happiness, bad days give you experience. Both are essential. God puts people in your life for a reason and removes them from your life for better reasons. Nothing can compare to the love of God.